Hey, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. You're listening to the longest running superhero role playing game on Earth. I'm Peter, and today we're talking about G.I. Joe. So with me today is my wife who's playing Scarlet, my
Hello.
my daughter's playing Roadblock,
Heyo.
and my son is playing Snake Eyes.
Hello.
And so the prologue to this one is you guys finally get to meet the person who woke you up from stasis. You guys had all been in these glass tubes in a Cobra base. There was some question as to whether or not you were synthoids, who were sort of like clones of the original G.I. Joes, or are you the original G.I. Joes who were replaced by synthoids? I guess we don't necessarily have 100% proof on that just yet. But somebody woke you up. They had sent a message via computer. You guys received another message via computer after you'd regrouped at Grunt's farm, and that would have given you guys coordinates. So when you follow the coordinates, and you're still not too awful far away from Springfield, Ohio, which was where the Cobra base was, and you're also relatively close to Dayton, Ohio, which is where this Latimer guy is that we've been talking about in recent games. And so as you're on the way there, Mainframe, who's your team computer expert, would have brought up kind of like Google Maps, satellite images, stuff like that. You guys are supposedly just going to a cornfield in the middle of absolutely middle of nowhere, right? But when you get there, instead, you find Fortress Maximus. And Fortress Maximus was the biggest transformer they ever made in the 80s. And his gimmick was that his head would come off and turn into a guy named Cerebros. And so there's this city here in this cornfield. There is a flatbed semi truck here, and Cerebros is on the back of the semi truck. When Cerebros is not transforming into the head of the Titan-sized robot that is Fort Max, he can also turn into a computer, which we saw on the Transformers cartoons. So he's in his computer mode right now, which is also how he's able to talk with you guys from afar.
Mm.
He will tell you, you got to get to this speech that Latimer is giving, and it's imperative you guys deal with this guy. And he will tell you he is a Cobra agent, and it would be very, very bad if he won. So that's it. That's the prologue. And so I guess as we get into the main body of the game, you guys are rolling up in the flatbed semi where this speech is to take place. Is it safe to say you are all dressed like law enforcement?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Um, in Tor's case, I guess we'll say you've got some kind of every once in a while I've seen police where their tactical thing is kind of a thing over the face. Like some of the SWAT guys and stuff will have a thing over the face. So we'll say that's the deal with Snake Eyes, so that he's as Snake Eyes as possible. Um, so how do you guys want to handle this? Do you want to um like do this in the middle of this guy's speech? Do you want to get to him before the speech, after the speech? How are you wanting to handle this?
I'd like to get to him before.
I would
I
agree with
second
that.
that.
All right. Um, okay, so I guess he will arrive via a limousine to this area, and this is Dayton, Ohio. This is his hometown. Um, so he will get out of the limousine and they will take him to kind of a tent area, sort of in the back. So you guys make your way there, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Um, there will be random security guys around. is kind of an Easter egg or whatever you want to call it to the old Cobra Troopers. Remember how they used to have the black masks over their like mouth and nose area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys, they're wearing a very similar outfit to that, but it says security. Like where normally you'd have the Cobra logo on like the blue uniform. This is still blue uniforms, but they just say things like event security, but they still have the black masks. So these are the guys standing around back here. Are you guys coming into the tent with weapons?
Not drawn.
But I mean, you're just like, so in the case of Scarlet, what weapons do you have on you? Nightstick and pistol?
Yeah, I just look like a regular cop.
Okay. Well, so then for Snake Eyes, are you carrying the M16?
Yeah, I don't think I'll approach the tent directly.
Okay.
I don't
What
really
about you,
want noticed.
Roadblock? Are you just walking in with a 50 cal?
No, I feel like that would be very unwise to walk in with a 50 cal Browning machine gun.
All right. Um, so what are you doing then? Are you staying out of the tent?
Yeah, staying out of the tent on standby, I think.
Okay. Um, all right. So I guess Scarlet, are you
Um,
approaching this Latimer guy?
I guess I am. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you give me a
O-
sign when you're ready.
Okay, so give me an IQ roll. Okay, what is your IQ, first of all?
My IQ is 11.
It's 11?
Yep, and I rolled exactly 11.
Okay. That is actually not enough to recognize this guy.
Darn it.
I can't tell you why, but he has something going on that is going to keep you from recognizing him.
Understood.
Uh, he, however, gets to roll to see if he recognizes you. Sorry, I forgot to bring up my dice roller ahead of time. He does. He makes his roll.
Aw.
So he is
Nice.
doing, and this guy's huge. This guy is built like a superhero,
Sweet.
right? Like he's like 6.5 feet tall. He's muscular. Even
I'm
though
gonna die.
he looks a little older now, um, he instantly knows exactly who you are. He will point at you and in a booming voice, he will say, "Eliminate her! This I command!"
Aw, man.
And
Okay.
he's sort of spitting while he's yelling. And then he has a container next to him with these golden cobras. And
Crap.
so talking is one action. For his physical thing, he grabs one and pulls on it so it straightens out like a spear. And that's what he does on his turn. So, okay, well, everybody roll initiative. I forgot to do that.
12.5.
Can you remind me what initiative is?
Sure, it's your basic movement plus 1d6.
11.
So, what are you going?
13.75.
All
She's
right, you're
fastest.
fastest. So you're standing outside this tent. Give me an IQ roll, Roadblock, to see if you recognize that voice.
And that's 2d6.
3d6, please. 3d6 and roll
Okay.
under your IQ.
7. And my IQ is 10.
All right, so you succeed. You recognize that as the voice of Serpentor,
Yep.
Oh,
who is the Emperor of Cobra. Yeah,
yikes.
who is, by the way, sort of like a clone created from the DNA of history's greatest villains. right? At any rate. So do you want to take action, Roadblock? Do you want to, pop in the tent and do something?
Yeah, pop in, gun this guy down.
All right. Give me a roll to hit. Roll, basically, as long as you don't get a critical failure, you make it. Critical failure in GURPS is either 666 or 665. Anything other than that, you succeed.
No friendly fire.
414.
Okay. I roll his dodge. I fail. So go ahead and roll your damage. What is the damage on the big gun? It's, I believe,
76 times
76, and then you
2.
multiply that by 2. So roll 76. Or do you want me to do that?
I already had 76 ready.
Wow.
30 times 2.
60.
So 60.
Yeah.
That is exactly how many hit points he has. Um, all right. So yeah, I didn't know Roadblock was going to be joining us, so I
Oh, I thought I was
wasn't
gonna
quite ready
die.
for it.
There's
All
still
right.
at
So
least
he's
2
reaching
guards.
for the snake to straighten it out, and you're just like pop, 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 and you RoboCop this guy, right? He'll go down. He's actually still alive. Because he's at exactly 0, which means he's only knocked out. And
Okay.
that is the end of Roadblock's turn. Next was, I believe, Scarlet.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing, Scarlet?
I have handcuffs. Um, but there's other people in here, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take a shot, non-lethal, at one of these security guys.
Okay. Um, Go ahead and do that.
Roll under my gun skill.
I'm gonna roll to just randomly decide how many guys there are. I actually only rolled a 2.
All right. Well, I hit one. See if he dodges.
Okay. He does not.
All right. So I do 9 points of damage.
Okay. He has 1 point left.
Yeah, I was effective. That's good.
So I guess you hit him in the stomach and he doubles over and is holding the spot.
Oh
Um, okay. Snake Eyes.
Are the guards inside or outside the tent?
They are inside the tent.
I guess I'll get past roadblock and shoot at the other guard.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll to hit.
1, 2, 3.
wow.
All right. I'm rolling to dodge. Critically fails his dodge. 665.
Oof.
All right.
Yikes.
That just means he, whatever, as you're shooting him, he gasps and the bullet goes in the mouth or something like that.
Oh my God.
Go ahead and roll damage.
19 plus 1 is 20.
All right. This guy's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, if this was a movie, that would be like an amazing crit,
Mhm.
Okay.
I was going for non-lethal. I failed.
So of course you guys are going to hear a lot of commotion because the whole area has now heard, like, for instance, Roadblock. What Roadblock was doing would be the loudest, right? It was the most effective attack, but it also made the biggest bang.
Yeah.
So more guys are going to pour into your area where you were at. Um, 6 more guys show up.
Shoot.
So them getting here is going to be this action since in GURPS a turn is only 1 second long. So I'm going to go back to the top of the order then, which is Roadblock.
Am I able to spread my damage across multiple targets?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm rusty when it comes to GURPS. I'm going to say no for right now. I'm probably kind of screwing you over a little. I will just give you more experience points if I'm wrong. But I'm going to rule that you can't, and you got to focus on a single guy.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll ignore the guy with 1 hit point, and any of the new 6 guys, I'm gonna fire at them.
Sure. Give me a roll to hit.
2-4-1.
That hits.
And then
Almost dodges, but not quite.
that's 76.
Oh, I mean, yeah, okay, go ahead.
How about a 46? 23 times 2?
This guy is just missed.
Oh,
Like Serpentor is literally, I gave him more because of his unusual origins. But these guys are just ordinary dudes. So yeah, you waste this guy, and the other guys are going to be making a roll to see if they still want to mess with you. Um, one of them does, one of them doesn't. Does. Yeah, that's borderline. Let me roll that again for more of a tiebreaker. Does, and for sure does. One of them's like really mad at you guys. So only one of the 6 is like, nah, I'm out of here. The other, I guess it's 5 because guy number 1 is missed. Guy
Yeah.
number 6 left. The other guys are still coming your way. But at any rate, so that was Roadblock's turn. Next is Scarlet.
yep.
Should be the other 4.
I'm gonna take a shot at one that hasn't been shot at.
Okay.
I miss.
All right. Um,
Can
it is
can I handcuff Serpentor?
sure.
Okay. With my other action, that's what I'll do.
All right. Snake Eyes.
Gonna shoot a guard.
Give me a roll.
3, 4, 5.
Sorry. He fails his dodge.
All right.
You guys will also in the background, by the way, while Tor's adding up damage.
4.
You guys will hear Cerebros fighting a Hiss tank.
Nice.
I did 24 points of damage.
Yeah, he's gone. Okay, so I'll be honest, I lost count there. How many more need to attack you guys? 2?
I believe
There's
so.
2, and then the one that just has 1 hit point.
Guy that get punched.
I'm gonna say the guy with 1 hit point is in too much pain.
Good, good.
So just 2 guys attack, right?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Miss. And a miss.
Woo!
Yay.
All right. So back to Scarlet.
Roadblock. Roadblock's top of the order.
Oh, sorry. Roadblock.
I'll just gun one of them down.
All right, give me a roll.
11, 362.
Okay. Um, so you hit. Fails his dodge by 1. I'm not even going to make you roll damage at this point. I think it's
Yeah.
impossible for you to not. I mean, well, you know what? Go ahead and roll the damage. Let's just see. Because there are, I guess, levels of defeated.
I mean, 29 times 2.
Yeah, that's messy. You're basically Ed 209 in this
I hope
situation.
I am not in the splash zone.
All right. So now it's Scarlet's turn.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at the guy who's still standing. Are you serious? I missed again.
Okay.
Kind of bad at this.
I know I am. Dice are not with me tonight.
So Snake Eyes' turn.
There's one guard that's
Yep.
still acting.
Yep.
223.
What's that?
223.
All right. That's a hit. He does not dodge.
Y'all are stealing all the good rolls.
Stored luck.
Plus 1. 17.
Okay. Um. So he's done, and we are out of combat. People are screaming and running and stuff like that.
Oh
This his
yeah.
tank gets ripped apart by Cerebros, and afterwards Cerebros is going to come walking over here. And as people are screaming and running and stuff, you'll hear some of them saying stuff about if this was an Autobot attack,
What?
right? Because Cerebros has an Autobot symbol on him. He's a recognizable Autobot, so on and so forth. People have no idea Paul Latimer was bad, right?
Yeah.
So Cerebros is going to address you guys. And I want everybody to give me an IQ roll.
Okay. 222. I actually got a good roll this time. I succeed by 5.
11 under my. I succeed by 3.
113.
You guys all get really good rolls. So this is the big stinger here at the end of the game before we go to, if this was an 80s cartoon episode, we'd go to commercial break, right? So as Cerebros comes over to you, he starts laughing. And it's one of these big, like, belly laughs where his chest shakes.
Oh
Oh.
no.
And he's shaking his fists in the air and he goes, "Yes, yes,
No!
finally," kind of like that.
Oh.
But when his head pops off and transforms, he's wearing the classic power armor that the head of Cerebros wears. But where the face should be, it's just a perfectly smooth chrome faceplate.
Yeah.
Dude.
And he will say, "Good work, my friends," like that.
Oh.
Finally, I will retake my position at the head of Cobra.
Oh.
And
I
he'll
think
go
this
over
camera's
and
wrong.
kick Serpentor's body, right? As a parting thing, do you guys want to open fire on him or anything like that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go
I
ahead
hope
and
there's
give me
cameras rolling.
okay, go ahead and give me a roll or whatever.
Ah. Uh, roadblock first.
263.
Okay. He does not try to dodge.
Of course
Oh.
not.
Wait. Oh, okay. 34 times 2. 68.
No damage.
Ah!
I'd like to
Dude.
shoot Serpentor's handcuff.
Okay.
He's not dead, he's
Well,
just
I'm just going
knocked
to let
out.
Scarlet go.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do anything, Scarlet?
Uh,
Running away is a viable thing, by the way.
question.
Yeah.
If I touch the gold staff that he made out of the snake, is it going to turn back into a snake and attack me? Or can I
You don't know. Why? Do you want to throw it at Cobra Commander?
Yes.
I mean, you're welcome to try.
Okay. I'll try.
All right. Go ahead and give me a roll. What is your dex?
My dex is 16
Okay.
and I rolled an 8.
Okay. You for sure hit. It's just like throwing a snake into a brick wall, though. You know what I mean? Like it's Transformer technology is just so far beyond
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I was just hoping it would like wrap around the exposed head part.
yeah, I get it. Um, I always come back to the thing where Dr. Arkeville made this thing that was going to destroy the world, right?
Yeah,
The exponential energy generator, and they literally hit Starscream with it, and he was just dazed. And then Starscream would get knocked around by guys like Megatron all the time, and then Megatron would get beaten up by guys like Optimus Prime, and just these guys are like so tough.
and he's Fort Mac.
Um, think of all the old 80s Transformers episodes where the military would start unloading on Transformers and just they always bullets just bounce off, so on and so forth.
Oh,
Um, all right, so I'm going to give Snake Eyes a turn. This is really kind of epilogue, but I want to give you guys a chance to do something if you want to do something.
we're in
Um,
danger.
so you want to make a called shot to the handcuffs?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say that's going to be your gun skill -5 because it's such a small area you're aiming at.
I didn't write down my gun skill. That's my bad.
Give me an 11 or less.
11. 1 and 4 is 5, plus 5 is 10.
Oh, wow, you make the shot. Okay.
Nice.
All right, I'll say you shoot. You want the chain between the cuffs, I assume?
Yeah.
All right. You do. You break the chain. Serpentor's still laying there, like he's not getting up or anything, but
Yeah.
you know. Um, I guess we'll just leave it there. Let's make this a cliffhanger kind of a thing. Um, is there anything else you guys want to do at the very end? Like, do you want to run away? Do you just want to leave it like this? Like freeze it in this moment for next game or what?
Leave it like this, I think.
I'd
Yeah.
say leaving it like this would be the best option.
Okay. That's cool. And then that gives everybody time between games to think about stuff and so on and so forth. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for playing. Thank you everybody for listening. As always, if you guys want to support our channel, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed and leave us a comment. And from all of us here at the longest running superhero role playing game on earth, we hope you have a good one and we'll see you in the next adventure. Yo,
Bye.
Joe.
Yo,
Yo,
Joe.
Joe!